Welcome to our channel. I hope this video is useful.
Subject focus and object focus.
The terms subject focus are so called because in these sentence constructions our attention is focused on the subject or the object of the sentence. You will find that they are also called active voice and passive voice in other grammar books. A subject is, generally speaking, a doer, actor or agent of an action. An object is, on the other hand, someone or something that is affected by the action performed by the subject. For example, if my dog ate a cake that I have just baked, the cake is the object, it is affected by the action of eating, and the dog is the subject that does the eating. In effect, then, the subject focus and the object focus constructions are really about what it is in the sentences that becomes our focus of attention. Whatever gets the focus comes first in the sentences. If the focus is on the subject comes first in the sentence. If the focus is on the object comes first.
Subject focus.
The subject focus construction can be identified by the following. The subject comes before the verb and the object. The subject is followed by a men-gone or men-I transitive verb. There may be an auxiliary verb before the men verb, see below. The object follows the verb directly, with nothing preceding, for example, a preposition. In short, a simple subject focus sentences consist of
Nina menulis cerpen.
Nina is writing a short story.
Dokter memeriksa pasien.
The doctor is examining the patient.
To make our sentences a little more interesting, we can insert a few extra things, such as auxiliary verbs, adverbs and prepositional phrases. See earlier chapter for prepositional phrases.
Auxiliary verbs.
Auxiliary verbs are words that are complementary to the main verb. In the sentence, they appear before the main verb. Auxiliaries express such things as aspect and modality. Express such things as uncertainty, possibility or necessity.
Sedang.
In process of.
Belum.
Not yet.
Sudah.
Already.
Akan.
Will be going to.
Barangkali.
Maybe. Probably. Possibly.
Bisa.
Can. Be able to.
Boleh.
May.
Dapat.
Can. Be able to.
Harus.
Must. Have to.
Ingin.
Want. Wish to. Will.
Mungkin.
Maybe. Probably. Possibly.
Adverbs. Adverbs are words that indicate such things as frequency, manner, and time. They can be inserted either at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. Frequency.
5 kali seminggu.
5 times a week.
Manner.
Pelan-pelan.
Slowly.
Time.
Pagi ini.
This morning.
Let us now see how we can incorporate auxiliary verbs, adverbs, and prepositional phrases into our subject focus construction.
Nina akan menulis cerpen besok.
Nina will write a short story tomorrow.
Dokter sedang memeriksa pasien di ruang 3.
The doctor is in the process examining a patient in room 3.
You can also insert 2 auxiliary verbs before the main verb, one indicating aspect and the other indicating modality.
Nina barangkali akan menulis cerpen besok.
Nina will probably write a short story tomorrow.
As mentioned, in an object-focused sentence our attention is focused on the object of the sentence. This is often difficult for English speakers, because in English we tend to focus on the subject. An additional difficulty in this construction comes from the fact that many object-focused sentences in Indonesian do not have exact equivalents in English. Many such sentences would have to be translated into subject focus in English to be acceptable. The object focus construction is important to learn, simply because it is so prevalent in spoken and written Indonesian. The steps given below are to guide you in forming object-focused sentences. Step I. Identify whether the subject is the first, second, or third person.
First person. Speaker or people represented by the speaker. Singular. Pronouns. Singular pronouns.
Saya, aku, ku.
Plural pronoun.
Kami, kita.
Second person. Person spoken to, the addressee. Singular pronouns.
Kamu, engkau, kau, Anda.
Address terms, for example,
Bapak, Ibu, Saudara.
plural pronouns.
Kamu, kalian, Anda sekalian, saudara sekalian.
Step I. If the subject is the first or second person, the order is
Object, subject, verb, no prefix, but retain suffix if there.
If the subject is the third person, there are two variations.
Variation A. If the subject is either a pronoun, for example,
Dia, mereka.
Or a proper name, for example,
Bu Rani, guru-guru itu, para sopir bis.
the order is object, verb, with D prefix and suffix if they're ole subject. Note: the word ole by is optional. When it is followed by the pronoun
Dia,
this pronoun is shortened into ny.
nya. Oleh dia, olehnya.
When speaking informally, people often prefer the word
Sama oleh. Baju saya dicuci sama dia.
my shirt was washed by him. He washed my shirt. Variation B.
if the subject is a pronoun, you can follow the same order as for first and second persons. We cannot do this if the subject is a proper name, for example,
Pak Hamid,
Or a noun phrase, for example,
kucing itu.
summary of the rules.
First or second person, object, subject, verb. No prefix on verb, suffix retained. Third person, pronoun or proper name, object, verb dash, ole, subject. Prefix D on verb, suffix retained. Third person, pronoun only. Object, subject, verb. No prefix on verb, suffix retained.
Transforming subject focus into object focus. Now we will see how the rules for subject focus and object focus sentences can be applied to sentences. First or second person subject.
Subject focus.
Saya, kami, kita, membuat kue coklat. Anda, kamu, saudara, engkau, membuat kue coklat.
Object focus.
Kue coklat, Anda, kamu, saudara, engkau, buat.
Third person subject. Subject focus.
Dia, mereka, membuat kue coklat. Pak Burhan, Bu Made, guru-guru itu, membuat kue coklat.
Object focus.
Kue coklat dibuat olehnya, oleh mereka. Kue coklat dibuat oleh Pak Burhan, oleh Bu Made, oleh Bu guru itu.
Variation B, subject is pronoun only.
Kue coklat dia mereka buat.
Summary. Subject focus, object focused, and object focus are about what it is the sentence that becomes the focus of our attention. Simple subject focus consists of subject, transitive verb, object. We can add auxiliary verbs, prepositional phrases, and adverbs to the sentence to make it more interesting. To transform subject focused, determine first whether the subject is first, second, or third person. Follow the rules. First person object subject verb. Second person object subject verb. Third person objective verb, if subject is pronoun. Remember that it is only the third person that gets the diff form. Many object-focused sentences do not have a subject. This is because the subject is known by context. Assumed, non-specific or not very important.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.